Musicality Mondays, Litty Mondays, Litty Mondays. With Jazicality Mondays, Litty Mondays, Litty Mondays. I know you were looking for something, maybe you'll find it right here, baby.
A Make Your Own Trophy Records production. Hi everyone, welcome back to Musicality Mondays. I'm your host, Jazicality, and today we have a very special guest. We have vocalist Cameron La Diva Wright.
Hi.
So can you tell us a fun fact about yourself that not many people know?
Yes, I am also a chef.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of stuff do you make?
Everything. Literally, I can do anything from like soul food to a peach cobbler.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that's really good.
Well, I guess peach cobbler is a part of soul food, but I can bake, I can make pasta, I can fry chicken.
Ooh. What's your favorite thing to make?
I don't think I have a favorite thing, but one thing that I've been making a lot lately is cookies.
Ooh.
Cookies.
Chocolate chip.
Yeah, my favorite.
Sugar cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's your favorite?
Chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite dish that you've made someone else? If you have one.
I think that one of my favorite dishes that I made for someone else, when I made like some little ribeye bites for my partner with mashed potatoes. That was good. That was a good dish. Yeah.
So I actually found you at the Mall of America when you were with LA performing.
Oh,
So-
nice.
Yeah. So when did you guys become friends?
We've known each other since we were like 7 or 8.
Okay.
So for a long time. I'm 34 now, and we've been friends ever since.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, literally. That's how the story goes.
Yeah. Did you meet in school? Or?
Just the community growing up over north in Minneapolis. Also, our families are kind of intertwined musically. It comes from a huge musical family.
Yeah.
At the time when my mom was coming up in the scene, she was in a music group that LA's uncle was one of the founding members of. So,
Okay.
yeah.
And what's your mom's name?
My mom is Tanya Hughes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you start? Did you make any music together?
Oh yeah, we've sung together a plethora of times, like countless times, and we have a few recordings together as well. On her album I'm Ready Now, we have a duet that's recorded, and then we have tons of like footage that people can find of her and I on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and we recorded another duet actually from my album, which will be re-released at some point. Yeah.
What's your album's name?
It's titled Revelations.
Revelations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And have you made any songs with LA at all?
Actually, yes, they are not released though.
Okay. Will they be one day?
Maybe. I couldn't tell. It would take LA and I to answer that question because I don't know.
For sure. Okay. What kind of sound did you make together, and that kind of thing?
You mean LA?
Yeah, you and LA.
Yeah. So actually, LA had it's R&B. LA had a demo of a song that he created and produced, and he thought that I will be able to write something to it, and I did. And yeah, that was a long time ago though, but it actually is a song that I still do really want to release because it's really good.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really cool that he introduced you as the best singer he knows.
Oh, he's the best. So
He's so sweet.
I'll take it.
Yeah. You are absolutely incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And having your mother teach you how to sing, is it hard to take criticism from anyone else?
I feel like it can be difficult to take criticism just because that's human nature.
For sure.
So I guess my ego doesn't want to hear any criticism because I know I'm a good singer.
Period.
But I think that a part of just like life's journey is people are going to give feedback. Now, it's not necessarily always needed,
Right.
but there are times when feedback is good,
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I recently saw that you wanted to be less of a perfectionist. Where did that kind of mindset come from?
That's a very intense answer. So how do I make it short? There are many things that led to me wanting to be a perfectionist, or wanting me to produce perfect work, I should say.
Okay.
I'm black. I'm queer. I check a lot of boxes that require me to be superb in order just to be publicly affirmed. So I don't necessarily have the space to just put something out in the world that's just like, okay, because even with putting out excellence, I still have to fight really hard, even at the level that it is. So I feel like just my identity maybe has played a huge part of that. Also, just being given a gift like I've been given, I feel like I hold myself to a higher standard than sometimes I need to. Sometimes I can just let things be.
Do you ever just sing for fun?
Oh God, that's all I do.
Okay, good. I mean, because I watched your videos on Instagram and it's just so cool. So
Yeah,
do you ever have days where you don't think that you sound as good as you did?
of course.
Okay.
There are days that many times where that happened, even on the show. Yes.
How would you rate your performance on The Voice from 1 to 10?
I would say if Cameron, the human being, is rating it
Absolutely.
for what I could do, I would say I would give it a 7, 6.5.
Okay.
But if I rate it based off of all the things that needed to be done, I would say a 10. Which was, I just let the spirit move and groove, and that's what's more important than hitting all the right notes or phrasing something the way that I might have wanted to do it differently. That's the the perfectionist side coming out. But so it would be a perfect 10 in the sense that did I do what I needed to do? Was I a vessel? Yep.
Yeah. And when Buble said that, like when he was just like, you can like feel the spirit in the room kind of thing, like you can feel it through the screen, like
thank you.
Like I genuinely believe that. I was just like, I was waiting for your performance. I was just like, okay, when are they gonna be on? I'm just like and so when you came on there, and I actually saw it first on TikTok, and then I was just like, unbelievable. And then getting to see it on the show, it was just that much more special. So.
Thank you.
Absolutely,
I feel the same way once I finally saw the episode.
Yes.
Because, it came out before. Yeah. When I saw the episode, it was definitely more special.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just like seeing you there. And who was the other person that was there as well?
Yeah, so I had my partner, Kashif, and I had my best friend, KC.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Just seeing them there is just like, it put it into context, and it's just like very special. And then you're like, it's so special because like you did that,
Thank you.
And you did an incredible job. So
thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was one of the people that when you announced that you're going to be on The Voice, I saw a comment that was like, is that even fair? And I was like, come on.
That is hilarious.
Thank you.
I've been reading some funny comments, which I've actually been reading most of them by mistake because I'm trying to stay out of the comment section. But I've been reading some really funny ones, and I'm glad that I have because they kind of boost my, I guess my esteem.
Good.
Not that I don't have high esteem, but it's a boost. It's like when you're already feeling good, you feel even better.
Yes. Yeah. And you absolutely deserve those. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
What was your journey before and like to The Voice? Like, as much as you can say.
So I've definitely auditioned for the show in the past.
Okay.
I auditioned the very first season that they ever had.
Wow.
I've gone out of town to audition. This was like at the time where I would do anything just to be seen. I mean, I was doing so much stuff. It was to the point where I think the exhaustion is catching up to my body now from all the stuff I was doing then. And it's been really cool, honestly. I've met some lifelong friends, I would say.
Good.
And it is an opportunity. It's a great chance for the world to get to see me or be introduced to me, and then for me to take that momentum and run with it.
Absolutely. And what's been a bit of a difference between like working with the 1975 and being on Baychella? Is it Beachella or Baychella?
So I have a theory.
Okay.
I feel like we, black folks, we say B.
Okay, because you know Beyonce.
Yeah.
Right.
But I feel like, white folks, they say Bay. They put their fancy things on everything.
Yeah.
So instead of avalanche, it's avalanche.
Oh, sweet mother.
But I'm going to say avalanche. So I say Beachella. I don't say Bay because I don't say Beyonce. So,
yeah, because it just makes more sense. B.
But yeah, tomato.
Yeah. But what's been the difference between the recognition with those two things, the 1975 and Beachella? I'm just second guessing myself. And then being on The Voice and like coming back to see the recognition online. Like, what's been that difference?
The difference in like how people are recognizing me. I think honestly the biggest difference is more so like how I'm experiencing it, because I feel like people are taking them in potentially the same, like everybody is freaking out over me being on The Voice. Yeah. Everybody freaked out about Beyonce, people who know the 1975, they freaked out about that. For me, it's more of a bigger freak out moment because this is my personal time. I'm not, although, those were amazing opportunities and they were very necessary. Now I'm doing something where I am allowing myself to shine. I'm not just supporting another artist.
Absolutely.
So I feel like the recognition is more so like how I get to recognize and, unveil myself.
Absolutely. Wow. It's a beautiful change. Yeah. I didn't think about it like that. Yeah. On your Instagram, you were talking about imagination and how it can get you past some of the most difficult moments in life. What's some advice that you have for someone right now with times as they are? What kind of imagination would you tap into right now?
Creativity.
Okay.
So whatever your talent is, or not even just your talent, but something that you just enjoy doing. Yeah. Like there are some people who are terrible dancers, but dancing literally frees them. It almost like shakes all their negative energy off that could be potentially just looming in their mind or in their body. So whatever creative outlet you have, use it. So for me, that's singing, that's cooking, that's laughing. And creativity is the imagination. Like when I talk to people about imagination, and sometimes I talk about I compare it to like singing.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot of, not necessarily effort, but a lot of imaginative power to get up and sing, because you are literally creating how you're telling this story, So just tapping into a creative outlet.
I love what you said about even like doing something that you're not necessarily good at anyway. That's very powerful.
Yeah.
That's because just like listening to yourself rather than what someone might say. That's very good.
I mean, there's a lot of people doing that and charging people to see them be bad at it. So who am I to say don't dance around the house?
Yeah, I mean, that's facts.
Yeah.
What's something that you're not good at that you do anyway?
Something that I'm not good at that I do anyway. So here's the thing. I usually try not to do things I'm not good at.
Oh, okay.
And I'm working on not doing that.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like I have to be really... So... I do a lot of things very well. You would be surprised.
No, I thought so.
Not like I'm so excellent at everything under the sun, but there are multiple things that I do at a very high level. So I would say the same level that I sing at, I can cook at. I can act at that level. But those are things that I know that I'm good at. So I stay on that territory. When I feel like I'm not good at something, I'm kind of just like, Like, I don't think I'm a great dancer. So people don't really get to see me dance.
Nuh-uh.
I could do a little booty twirl.
Okay.
But, like, I'm not going to just bust out like Sierra and do something. It's not me.
For sure.
But I guess that could be an outlet for me because I'm encouraging other people.
Yes.
But to answer your question,
Yes,
if
Cameron.
I don't think I'm good at it, most likely I'm not. I don't really do it.
That's true. That's also a good statement of just like, are people dancing if they think they're not good?
And I'm not encouraging you not to dance if you're not good.
Right.
I'm just saying that I don't do stuff that I'm not good at because I like to be great at things.
I too like to be great. I really like painting. I don't think that it looks like friggin' a painter. I can't name one right now. I can't remember. Van Gogh.
Yeah, there you go.
Can't do that.
There
But
you go.
I can paint myself some trees.
I know that's right.
Yeah. You
Yep.
know, it's very relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hang it up in my apartment. Maybe bring it here someday.
Yeah.
So yeah, paint. You know, do whatever you want to do. Take a crochet. Does it look like something at Target? No. But is it warm? Hell yeah. I'm like, thank you. What's one of your favorite songs that you sing?
Oh, one of my favorite songs that I sing. Okay, so I love singing "At Last" by Etta James. I really enjoy singing that song. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe melodically, also just like the range of the song. There's something about singing in your sweet spot.
Yeah.
That song was like written in my sweet spot, so I really enjoy singing that song, and I enjoy singing it because I'm so comfortable. Like when you know a song so well, you get to sing it a little differently every time.
Yeah, yeah.
So I really enjoy that. And also there's a song that I wrote that's on Revelations, "You and Me." I love singing that song.
Okay.
There's some songs that I wrote that I love and they're great songs, but I
Yeah.
really prefer hearing them on the record.
Okay.
But singing them live, "You and Me" is one of those songs.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Do you know if You and Me and At Last are in the same key?
They're not.
Okay.
And they're in total different. Actually, that's not true. They're both in that sweet spot.
Yes.
But At Last is more rangy.
Okay.
You know,
For sure.
it's like mid to mid high. You and Me is just like that mid spot.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you come up with your runs? Does it kind of just happen with like the way you're feeling in the moment, or do you like kind of actually plan them?
So that goes back to the whole thing about when you are just in that space of imagination.
For sure.
And it's not like, obviously, you don't have the time to be on stage and imagine something and then do it, especially when it's coming up in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
It's almost like you are open to whatever your imagination puts out. Like when you're painting, for example, and you're not thinking about it, you're just like, whatever stroke this brush does or whatever, you know. And then there are things where there are a template of a song, right? So you have some type of format, or it's like a road and you're driving a car, but then you might take a detour. Get creative. Yeah.
Absolutely. How long did it take you to feel comfortable with doing the runs that you first started off doing and then building on top of those?
You know, I've been doing runs for a long time. Since I was actually really little, I would just kind of be this. I remember a lot from childhood. I don't remember this, but everybody says it. But my papa always said he would just be. Now he's dramatizes stuff, right? So I'm sure I was singing a song and trying to do the runs.
Right.
But I guess that was my form of practice and development. Just like listening to songs and singing them back and trying to do them. You know what's also funny to me is that people always ask me about runs, and I'm just like, what, me of all people? And it's not because I'm not acting oblivious. It's not like I don't do them or that I'm not good at them, but I just it's such a big focal point for the audience, and I'm like, that's so funny.
Is it not for you? Like
No.
when you're creating? What are you thinking about when you sing?
Everything. It's all equal. The tone, the timbre, the cadence, the phrasing, the breath, the placement, the high, the low, the vibrato, the runs, the everything. So it's like all of that is so important to me. And then people go, so talk to me about runs. I'm like, let's just talk about singing.
True.
No, I just want to say I've never had the chance to say that because it's so funny to me.
It just seems so effortless, and it makes sense that, you know, what, from like 3 or 5 you said you were doing runs, maybe?
Yeah, probably 3.
Okay, yeah. And so it probably seems like just, or is second nature to you, and everybody else is like, okay, so now how did you do that from beginning to end? Because you just, how? You know?
Yeah, I understand.
But I don't know, you know. Yeah, as a singer, looking at a singer, I'm just like, it's immaculate.
Thank you.
It's like absolutely how you can do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I watched the clip that you posted of your mother, and the tone it's just great. You know? Yeah.
She has such a good tone. You know what? So I know a lot of singers, and a lot of them are either like vocal coaches or they are students of like just they study voice in some capacity. I feel like every singer studies voice, but I'm talking about they actually go to an institution and they study voice. All of them, when they talk about my mom, they say the same thing. They talk about her tone.
Yes,
it's like my favorite part of her voice. Yeah.
You match it very well, by the way.
Thank you.
Just when did she start instilling, you know, musical ability into you?
Well, I think that she's been training me basically all my life without even realizing training me. You know, when you're just at home and singing back and forth, and she's telling you, "Don't do it this way, do it that way." All those little nuggets.
For sure.
That was informal training. She had no idea that it would lead to this. But I'm grateful for all those moments because they were just as important as, you know, when YouTube came out and just me listening and going back and pulling records that I never heard of and studying for hours and singing around the house. Like those early moments were just as crucial that she didn't even realize they were training for me.
And so was it even like a thought about going into music?
It was a thought in the sense of like, okay, well, exactly what is my plan?
Right.
Like I told you, honey, okay, so I don't know if you can still do this, but I'm sure you could, or maybe not. But in my late teens, early 20s, I used to look up the lead A&Rs at every major label, and they would have a P.O. box or an address. I would have like a cover or something that I would record. I sent out CDs to everybody. I'm sure they never got them. But like, as far as like wondering, like, am I going to be in music? I always knew it was just like me just trying every single thing in my power to just to get there. Absolutely. So I would send demos to people. I would find these bogus emails, like people's emails address, and send them emails. It was just so much. I always knew it would be what I was doing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And when did you, like, as far as like going on tour, like, how was that? How did it shape you? You know, like, what was that like?
Yeah. So I've done. Well, let me not say just that. I for sure have been on the road twice with my mom. When I was younger, it was very brief. She was with a group in the Twin Cities, and they did just a few cities nationally. And I remember actually the one that I sang at, well, we were in Chicago. To me, it just felt like I was with my mom. Yeah. But then when I got older, like I think I was like 12 maybe, my mom had a record deal with a gospel label, so she had a lot of musical obligations. So we went to like 3 major cities in Canada. We did so many cities, and at that time I was actually contracted as a background singer with her. So that felt more like a tour, than being 5 and just being on the road with your mom. Just I was getting in the car, getting out, and boom. But that later experience was definitely felt good because I was also talent.
Yes.
So yeah. It was fun. Not that I didn't know. Like I said, I always knew I would sing, but it just made me even more excited about that career path because I love doing it.
So was there ever any like stage fright or anything?
Yes.
Ooh, that's
stage fright comes up sometimes.
It's still now?
But you just get over it.
Sure, yeah.
And I know that's like, I'll get over it. No, but that's literally what I have to tell myself.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I don't, and if I overanalyze things, like the more you overanalyze stuff, the more anxious you'll be about your singing or your performance. And there's really nothing to be anxious about. Like, all I'm here to do is share my gift.
Very true.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's literally it. So, yeah. I get nerves. I get stage fright and all that stuff.
It always surprises me. The first episode I had interviewed someone and they said that they had stage fright, and like some people I just wouldn't think, but obviously you're human. That's not what I'm trying to say. But like I don't know. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My blind audition, I actually didn't have stage fright at all.
Let's go.
But
Okay.
like I said, it comes and goes.
Okay.
But you just have to put it in its place.
Period.
Yeah.
Killed that.
I am not the stage fright. The stage fright is just something I'm feeling, and it has to go. Yes.
Did you know, going into it, that you were going to pick Michael Bublé?
I had a very strong inkling. Honestly, my initial choice was someone else. And then after and when I say initially, I mean months before. When they first announced the judges, my wheels started turning because I'm not I was like, okay, how do I get the maximum benefit of this opportunity? So I thought about one person first, and then I was set on that for maybe a few weeks.
Okay.
And then after that, I knew it was Michael. So yeah, and
cool.
After that one little early idea shifted, it was always Michael.
Okay. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yay. Had you listened to all the artists before?
Yeah, honestly, I have listened to Michael. He has like one of my favorite Christmas projects. I also had to sing his version of, obviously everybody will say this because it's his biggest song, but I actually had to sing it in a show, Feeling Good, with Stefani. I definitely listened to her, like her commercial stuff. She has so many hits. Snoop, of course.
Yeah.
Reba, I didn't necessarily listen to Reba, but I did have a reverence for her, just for her longevity in the career, and she is a great singer.
Oh yeah.
Like regardless of if I knew her catalog or not, I knew that. So yeah, I listened to pretty much everybody except Reba, but there's had a lot of reverence for her.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love the catalog that they have across the board on the chairs this year.
Mm-hmm.
What's a song that people wouldn't think that you would actually vibe with?
Oh, that's a long list, but I'll give you one. Okay. Because people, they box you in. They try to put you into the R&B lane, or just they box you in. Yeah. And I cannot be. To limit me is a blunder. I can make the 7 wonders wonder. I would say Shower the People by James Taylor.
Ooh, good.
He's one of my favorite artists. I'll give you 2 actually.
Sure, yeah.
That and actually anything by Queen. I love Queen. I'm a huge Queen fan. So yeah, I think people might think I listen to Anita Baker all day, which I love her, Shaka Khan, but I listen to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody good.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then let's sign off here. Do you have anything else that you would like to leave with the people today?
Yeah. So I have a single that I released
Yes.
a couple weeks ago called Still. That's Still, like Stillwater, Minnesota. There's also an a cappella version.
Yes.
So if you just want to hear the vocals, and really suggest you get both, because you get to experience the full song. And then you also get to experience like my mind as far as like how I do stacking and parts. And I'm also releasing Christmas music. Yeah. That's all I can share right now.
No, literally.
Oh, and
Okay.
when does this come out?
It's coming out
The
next
following
Monday.
week? Okay.
Yep.
Well, I was going to say my battle comes on tonight, but I'll just tell you that.
And then I'll post it on Instagram.
Yeah, my battle airs tonight.
Yay. I listened to Still, by the way.
Oh,
Both versions.
thank
And they're incredible. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for making time to be here.
Of course.
appreciate
I'm
you so
sorry
much.
that my energy is so low. I
No,
really
it's
need
okay.
a
You're fine.
nap.
Oh, I understand. No worries
And
at all.
something sweet.
Ooh, do you like ice cream?
I love ice cream.
What's your favorite flavor?
Okay, so I'm very simple. I love vanilla bean ice cream. And then this isn't that well, I guess it's simple. It's a bunch of simple things created into one. Haagen-Dazs has my favorite store-bought ice cream. The flavor is caramel cone.
No way.
You know the bottom of those waffle cones with the chocolate
Yes.
stuck in them?
Yes.
It's the bottom of the cone with caramel swirls in the vanilla bean ice cream.
Those are actually my two that I frequent late night falling.
It's so good.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I eat ice cream too much, and then I just go to vanilla so that I don't feel bad about myself. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Musicality Mondays, Litty Mondays, Litty Mondays with Jazicality.